This year we are building a better image each day. One quick way to improve your image is to conquer an annoying habit. We're all guilty of annoying our friends, family, and co-workers with a habit or two, which lucky for us, they haven't pointed out. Number 1. Licking your fingers, bones and plates. Okay. Let us admit it, food always tastes better when it's drenched in grease, and it can bring out the beasts in us, in a heck of a way, but whenever you in public you got to save that for later. Number 2. Picking your teeth. Never floss or pick your teeth in public, even if toothpicks are available. If you have food stuck in your teeth, excuse yourself and take care of the problem in the restroom. It is not everyone that comes across you who has to know that you had a steak for lunch. Number 3. Be aware of your music volume. Overhearing someone else's music, even with your own headphones on, is something almost all of us have experienced. Listening to music from your phone is totally fine on a train journey, so long as you are using headphones. Playing music through the phone speaker is never acceptable and will only hurt the other passengers. Music should be played at a volume that is not audible to others. Number 4. Picking something off the sidewalk and eating it. We've all dropped food on the floor at some point in our lives, and have probably been tempted to pick it up and continue eating it. Depending on how hungry we are and how much it cost. Let go of the 5-second rule, which states that as long as dropped food is picked up within 5 seconds of hitting the floor, it's safe to eat. You might want to think about all the dogs who trotted and squatted on that sidewalk before you came along. Number 5. Scratching your sweaty or oily scalp and then shaking hands. Good people, stop putting us in such moment where we go for those awkward fist bumps. Number 6. Scratching crotch or armpit. We've all been there. You haven't showered in a few days and places that shouldn't itch, start to itch. Weird bumps appear on your bung hole, you become totally shameless when it comes to scratching, and life secretly sucks all the time. Avoiding such awkward moments and ensure that people around you are comfortable. Number 7. Blowing your bubblegum. Smaking your bubblegum was surely the thing back in the days after its discovery. I had to drop this habit after my granny slapped the taste out of my mouth. Number 8. Changing a baby's diaper. We all know that we have nothing against babies, they are cute and they're our future, but diapers are not, and they ain't cute either. Number 9. Yelling. Humans get overwhelmed by emotion, it happens. But yelling should not be used as a teaching tool. Talk politely, yelling can encrypt your message. Number 10. Biting your nails and spitting them out. Well, I can't say much about this. Seeing as our hands go everywhere, just take a moment to picture the unholy amount of bacteria under your nails, and the fact that you pop them into your mouth. But still so satisfying to nibble on them for some. Plus it is inappropriate mostly in public. Number 11. Never complete personal grooming. A woman opposite me had nail clippers out and was cutting her nails into her handbag. They were going everywhere. There is no place for personal grooming in public. If you haven't had time to do it in the morning before you've got on the train, then tough. Number 12. Cracking your knuckles during a conversation. Well, to my shame, I must admit, I loved doing this even in public. It's not only embarrassing but highly annoying. Number 13. Looking away during a conversation. It sends negative vibes about not paying attention to the conversation. It frequently shows disrespect, especially during a conversation, as it indicates an aloof attitude. Number 14. Picking your nose. This is not just a disgusting habit, because if you pick your nose regularly, your nose becomes a hub or breeding ground for germs. After you pick, and you don't wash your hands, you are spreading these germs to others. If others catch you in the act, they will feel embarrassed, uncomfortable, and a little squeamish. Number 15. Endless conversations on speaker. I guess it is true that smartphones are only as smart as the people using them. We are all free to talk on our cell phones in the open space when nobody is forced to hear our stewed conversations, so it can be awkward to approach someone, even in a polite way. What is a polite way to stop a stranger from talking on the speakerphone in public? Number 16. Text and walk in the middle of the sidewalk or aisle. It may seem funny at first to see someone walking into a pole or someone or wall when looking down at their screens. But some accidents are anything but humorous. When texting or using your phone, veer off to the right so that the people behind you can pass. Do not come to an immediate stop, veer off to the right and pay mind to pedestrians around you. Number 17. Making lot of noises while you eat. Well, there are many ways of sending compliments to the chef, and eating with your mouth wide open is not one. Sure, it is incredibly annoying to sit across the table from someone while their food rolls around in their mouth, right before your eyes. And yes, it is certainly frustrating to listen to every crunch, squish, scrape, and swish they make while they consume their food. How do I politely tell people to stop chewing with their mouth open and not make sound while chewing? Number 18. Keep makeup on the train to a minimum. Applying the works with an audience can make people feel uncomfortable and is probably best done before you leave the house. That said, it is a matter of balance, so if you tend to the final touches or a bit of lipstick en route to work, it is unlikely to ruin anyone's morning. It's easier to pick up your bag if it's on the chair than on the floor, so we don't even realize that making somebody else stand so the bag can have a chair is rude. And if somebody said, "Would you mind moving your bag so I could sit there?" Most people would happily move the bag, but we are not brave enough to ask, we just complain about it after. There's this lack of communication about what social expectations are these days. Etiquette, to me, the true meaning of etiquette, it's not about the knife and fork, it's how we treat other people. Thanks for watching. Please drop your comments down below and do not forget to like and subscribe.